Hi everyone, welcome back. So it is my Friday favorites and flops, and I have a few products to share with you this week. Now I am pre-filming this, but these are products that I have been loving for longer than a week, but I just didn't include them because I did a monthly favorites and it was a Friday favorites and a monthly favorites, so they all kind of got jumbled in, and these were products that I knew I wanted to talk about with you. So I have some really good favorites this week, and these are products that, if you know, I've been talking about it. But I am in California right now for Cassie's wedding, and so I packed only minimal makeup because, as you know, I mean, she obviously has plenty of makeup, and I was like, I'm gonna be bumming some from you because I want to pack lighter as far as that goes. So these are some of the products that I'm going to be taking, or when you're watching this, that I took, and products that I've been loving. First, I'm going to start with my lips because this is such a huge favorite. These are new from Sephora. They're the Sephora Outrageous Effect, I think Plump Effect. And this is the color 1. Now these are their version of a plumping gloss. I have used the Jouer Glow Maximizing Plumping Gloss for years. That's been one of my every nightly routine that I put on my lips. This reminds me so much of it. The formula of it, the way it feels, the amount of tingle that it has, which isn't a lot. It almost feels like a slight tingle, and just you can feel like a freshness to it. I wouldn't say it's minty. It's a different scent. It's almost like this cinnamony scent, but I don't think it necessarily smells like cinnamon, but it's not a typical fresh mint scent, but it's not like a horrible scent. But if you are familiar with the plumping gloss scent, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. So it is such a good plumping gloss. They have several different colors. I have the 01 shade, and then I've ordered the nude shade. This is just so good and so shiny. It automatically makes your lips look plump. Like, I have it on over a little bit of lip liner and lipstick today, but it's just like the shiniest gloss ever. So it has like this, it's like a short chubby tube. It has this applicator which almost has like a canoe lookingness to it, where it dips the product out. It forms beautifully to your lip. Now this goes on like almost clear, so you're not going to be able to get a whole lot of color. Even though it has the light pinkness in the package, it's not really pigmentation that is there. It's basically like almost like a clear gloss over. So don't kind of use it and expect to see color or like a light baby pink, because you're not going to get that. But you will get a little bit of a tint to a little bit of a pink tint, but not like pigmented enough to show up. But if you're wearing like a light pink lipstick or like a nude lipstick, and then you put this on top, you are gonna get a little bit of like that sort of shade hue. You know what I mean? But it's such a good gloss, and I really feel like it does plump, and it's affordable. I think these are only $12. So worth it in my opinion. So I will be purchasing this instead of the Jouer one, which is going to save me a ton of money. So I just wanted to talk about these because they were a newer product to Sephora. I got them during the VIB sale, and I have just honestly been loving this one. Okay, this palette from Nars, it's so beautiful. Oh, you know what? Anyone who gets like gratification from this will appreciate that I did that on camera. I didn't even realize I still had that on, but this is the Nars loaded eyeshadow palette. Like, it's super reflective. This was something that I saw being used, and I was like, I absolutely have to have that. And honestly, I'm not like a huge Nars eyeshadow person. I have some of their duos and whatnot, but it's really hit or miss when it comes to their eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes for me. I do have a few of their eyeshadow palettes. One I really like, one I do not. I feel like the formula is kind of inconsistent throughout their different releases as far as eyeshadows go inside of palettes. I like a softer eyeshadow, and I feel like Nars is a little bit known for a little bit more hard eyeshadow. It still does its job and everything, but these in this palette, the formula is incredible. every single shade is soft. Every shade is buttery. Every shade is blendable. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes in this video, and I've been wearing it a ton recently on my eyes. I love it. I'm going to take this with me on my trip because it's just one of those really nice, neutral, everyday, wearable palettes. You look at it and you're like, why would I buy this? It's nothing special. It has this shade that looks like Max Nylon in it, which is a really nice pigmented, yellowy, buttery highlight shade. And then it has like a neutral cream color right here. And then it has this really, really pretty gold shade. Also like a beautiful lid shade. And then this is a really nice cool tone brown. All of these are extremely pigmented. They blend really, really well on the eyes. Like, that's what I'm impressed with, is how well they blend. Then you have these two lighter shades right here, which are really great transition colors. These are really pretty browns. One is like a little bit more warm and the other one is a little bit more of like a, I would say like a peachy neutral. I'm self-tanned right now, so these swatches are showing up interestingly on my skin. But trust me, such incredible formula. And then you have like this rusty color with like a sheen, which I've worn all over my lid several different times. And it's just like an absolutely beautiful, beautiful shade. I love this shade right here. It does have the shade names on the back, which I don't think any of these are, I think they're exclusive to this palette, if I had to say. And then it has this like brown sort of like color that almost looks like Smog from the Naked palette. I love this shade. Really, really beautiful. It's like a brown shimmery shade. Then it has this like taupey shade, which I've worn all over my lid. Look at that. I love, love, love that color. It's like this metallic-y taupe. Super beautiful for a cool tone look. And then like a deep dark brown, and then this like black shade. So those two are really great at, you know, deepening things up. But I seriously cannot tell you, oh, I already printed this up. Why do I do these things? But I can't tell you how much I love this palette. I seriously think it is such a great palette. I love the way that all of the colors blend and work together. They're all really nice neutral shades, so they all kind of play really well. You can get a cool tone look. They have that like cool tone transition color. They also have golds and lighter shades and like a cream for under your brow and the matte transitions and the deeper shades. It's a complete palette. It's beautiful. And the quality is honestly what's the most impressive to me as far as how the shadows perform. Like I said, I've been wearing it, and I am here to say that Nars sometimes, like I said, for me was hit or miss. This is an absolute hit, so if you can get your hands on the Loaded palette, it's definitely a one to pick up. Okay, so recently I was sent some products from Natasha Denona, and these are the new Duo Glow Blush. I think they're just like Duo Glow, sort of like duo highlighters. They're like blushes to me, but they are, this color is in Rayo, 02 Rayo. And it's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, which is like this pink, I mean light pink, and then it has this like shift to it. But I mean, it's definitely not a highlighter. It's like a blush, but it's almost like a blush topper, because it's super light and highlighty. As you can see, like it shifts, but it's like this pink highlighted beautifulness. I just have been loving it on my cheeks. I'm blending it. I blend it out and put it like as a blush. It just gives that like light pinkness to my cheeks with that glow. And I've really been liking it. So that these are what there's another color too that's more peachy, but I've been using the pink, but the peach is going to be gorgeous too. But I've just tried the pink this week and I love it. They're beautiful. I think these have released, either if they haven't released yet, they're releasing soon. I'll try and leave the information down below. But these are so pretty, and if you really love like a glowy highlighting blush, this is definitely one to pick up as well. Okay, I know I talked about this palette before, but I just had to give it one last quick mention because I have been going back and forth, and it is one that I'm going to take with me on my trip, and it's from Jouer. This is the Springtime in Paris palette. I just can't get away from this palette. I think it's super beautiful. I've talked about how like it has these beautiful like mauve shades right up here, and then there's this deep dark ash brown shade that I love, gold, and then this beautiful camel color. This is a really pretty light pink that I love to put all over my lid, and it's a super brightening color. And then there's a cream color. I mean, the whole palette is like super duper pigmented. It blends so beautifully. Like, these eyeshadows are really incredible, and they just, I love the way that they look on the eyes. If I'm going for like a natural everyday look, I throw that light pink shade all over the lid, and then what's that one called? Petal. And then I put the mauve shade all over like in my crease. I blow it out, and then I use the deeper mauve shade right here in Aubergine to kind of darken things up. And then if I want to use any type of liner, I use this ash brown shade. I just love this palette. I think it's a really great palette. If you are interested in any Jouer things, I have a discount code for Jouer, which is 15% off. It's Lola15 off in all caps, and that will get you 15% off. I think that this is a palette that's totally worth it. Like, I actually misplaced this palette for like 4 days, and I was going crazy. I'm like, where is my palette? Where did I put my palette? Where is my palette? And I even told my friend Dana, I was like, I'm actually gonna go buy that Jouer palette again because I can't find it, and it's my favorite. She was like, don't do that, like, you're gonna find it. And luckily I did. I like literally tore this house apart to try and find this palette, and I found it in the bottom of a makeup bag that I was using to like transfer things. So anyways, such a good palette. I love it, and it is a great everyday palette if you're looking for another good palette. So 2 palettes that are definitely go-tos for me, and I've been using on a consistent basis, that I think are worth the money. So hopefully you guys had a great week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already, and make sure that you check that you're subscribed, because I know a lot of people are having troubles being unsubscribed from people's channels, and YouTube's just acting super crazy right now. So make sure you are subscribed, and if you do not want to miss a video, make sure you hit the bell icon. That's going to make sure that notifications are sent to your inbox so that you don't miss a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Mwah. Oh yeah, and leave your favorites down below. I love to read them.